Hey everyone, it's Lisa Morton here with this week's Ghost Report. With Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein now having made its way to both theaters and Netflix, I thought it might be fun to discuss something related to everyone's favorite man-made monster. Back in June, I talked about the history of Frankenstein movies, so today we're going to talk about something else Frankensteinian. What first inspired the teenage Mary Shelley to imagine her immortal creation? In the 1833 edition of Frankenstein, Mary talked about those nights she spent in 1816 in Lord Byron's rented house near Lake Geneva, where she, her soon-to-be husband Percy Shelley, Byron's physician Dr. Polidori, and Mary's cousin Claire challenged each other to tell spooky stories. They entertained each other by reading from an anthology of German ghost stories called Fantasmagoriana, published in 1812. Fantasmagoriana was part of a literary movement called Schauerroman, which translated literally to shudder novel. These stories were all supernatural and sometimes even surprisingly gruesome. Fantasmagoriana consists of 8 stories, and here is Mary's own memory of those stories from her 1833 introduction to Frankenstein. There was the history of the inconstant lover who, when he thought to clasp the bride to whom he had pledged his vows, found himself in the arms of the pale ghost of her whom he had deserted. There was the tale of the sinful founder of his race, whose miserable doom it was to bestow the kiss of death on all the younger sons of his fated house, just when they reached the age of promise. His gigantic shadowy form, clothed like the ghost in Hamlet, in complete armor but with the beaver up, was seen at midnight by the moon's fitful beams to advance slowly along the gloomy avenue. The shape was lost beneath the shadow of the castle walls, but soon a gate swung back, a step was heard, the door of the chamber opened, and he advanced to the couch of the blooming youths, cradled in healthy sleep. Eternal sorrow set upon his face as he bent down and kissed the forehead of the boys, who from that hour withered like flowers snapped upon the stalk. I have not seen these stories since then, but their incidents are as fresh in my mind as if I had read them yesterday. For many years, Fantasmagoriana was nearly impossible to find, but now, 200 years later, it has at last been reprinted, most recently in a book called Fantasmagoriana Deluxe, which includes various versions of the stories and background material, and for which I was proud to contribute the introduction. And in case you're wondering what I thought of Del Toro's Frankenstein, I absolutely loved it. Until next week, this is Lisa wishing you good viewing and happy reading.